Hey guys, how's it going? It's Ashley. I have tea here. This is a highly requested video, and I'm also making this so that people ask me later, I don't have to explain everything. I can just show them this, which is perfect. Okay, so I've written down a few reasons for me personally why I think that IU is a pretty perfect fit for me, and I'm gonna go through those. Now, obviously, this isn't a list of everything that's great about the campus, this is just things that I personally care about and I think fit with my interests and what I like and stuff like that. Okay, so the first thing is the art program. So basically the way that IU does it is kind of an umbrella term. Basically for artists you're gonna have your one focus, but you also learn a bunch of different kinds of art too under the art degree, which is kind of what I wanted to do so that I would be prepared in any field of art, which is nice. I like that. Also, since it's such a big campus, there's a wide variety of classes on pretty much anything and everything you'd ever want to learn. So I think that's pretty awesome, and I'll definitely be taking a bunch of random classes here and there just, to learn stuff that, smaller campuses might not offer that variety and range. The next thing I put on here was the environment, and I think specifically, I'm not sure the exact numbers, but I think a majority of the buildings on campus run on renewable energy. And basically on campus, I'm pretty sure wherever there's a trash can, there is also a recycling bin, which I think that's great. And there's also, it's kind of by the art museum, but there's this big lawn area. It has every single tree native to Indiana there, and below it is the plaques and stuff, which is really cool, and I like that. Because I'm all about the environment and stuff. And also I work at the dining service, and I know that we have, I know I saw this thing the other day, now we have completely recycled cups, which is awesome. Also have recyclable bowls and containers and stuff for the food. And at the smoothie place that I work at, all the fruit peels and the banana peels, they're all composted, none of it's thrown out. So I just think that's really good. Another thing kind of going along with that is this campus is basically a forest, and I like that because it's especially pretty in the fall time. But I don't know if you're aware of this, so I'll just go ahead and tell you. IU has this rule where if they cut down a tree for if they're doing construction or they're building something, for every tree they cut down, they have to plant 2 more in its place somewhere on campus. So this whole place, I'll show you an overhead view of it here, but it's all forest, and I love it. It's just so different and so cool. In between the buildings and everything is just trees. It's awesome. Another thing that's really great is, you're gonna get this whether when you're in a big community and stuff, but just I've noticed here there are so many vegans and vegetarians and just options everywhere. Basically, if you go downtown Bloomington, I don't even have to worry about whatever restaurant I go into, there's gonna be vegan and vegetarian options available. You don't even have to think about it. I mean, obviously, if you choose an American, like, burger chain restaurant or something, like, they're not gonna have that much, but, like, there's so many different cultures, restaurants, like, there's Chinese, there's Korean, there's Thai, there's Turkish, there's Greek, there's all these ethnicities, there's Mexican and Spanish. There's, like, a lot of Indian places that are really great, and they make very good curries. So if you're vegan, you totally don't even have to worry at all. And even just like talking around to people on campus, you just know that these are like educated people. Like, I'm not saying that in a bad way, I'm just saying that like of the people that I've talked to that eat meat, they're at least aware of the impact on the environment, and they're aware of the animal cruelty. Like, I was talking to this one girl at work that she just eats chicken as like her only meat food that she would eat, because she doesn't eat red meat because of the impact on the environment and the animal cruelty. And she's even trying to cut down on like her consumption of chicken and milk, and she's like aware in that sense. And even if the people like just eat a standard American diet, like at least they're aware of what they're doing. So, which is cool. And if people don't, then this is a very open-minded place. Like, I don't think everyone's just so nice here. Like, they're all like open to conversation and ideas, and there's a lot of diversity here. Obviously, with tons of different students from all over the world, there's a ton of diversity, and I think it's so cool. Like, I just love being in a big place, being able to talk to so many different people about a bunch of different things. It's really awesome. Also, with the diversity, there's a ton of different like opportunities and stuff. And with that, IU has a lot, probably the most I've ever seen, of different language classes. Like, they offer sign language, Korean, Japanese, Chinese. Like, I'm not even gonna get into the list because you can look that up if you want to, but it's a very long list, and I'm sure I'm gonna take quite a few of those classes. Especially sign language, that really interests me. Like sign language, Korean, Japanese, maybe take Russian or something, I don't know, just a lot of different stuff. It's pretty cool. With technology and stuff, there's the Kirkwood Observatory Telescope, which I believe is open to the public on Wednesdays. But last semester I took I think it was A105, Stars and Galaxies. But if you're going to IU, I would highly recommend that class because it was just awesome. And like, we got to go into the observatory and look at all these things in the stars, and it's great. So also, being on a big campus like this, the technology is great. Also, going along with the diversity thing, there's always something going on in Bloomington, always. Or on campus or anything, like, there's tons of events here and stuff. There's the Lotus Festival, there's IUDM, there's First Thursdays, which is basically like an art, dance, culture, all this kind of stuff every first Thursday of the month in the Fine Arts Plaza by the fountain, which that's pretty cool. A lot of people go to that. The first one that I went to back in August when it was warm out and people wanted to go, it was absolutely packed. I don't know if I still have a picture of it, but it was so crowded and crazy and awesome. But yeah, there's that. There's, I think I already said the Lotus Festival. There's IUDM, there's Bloomington Pride. So yeah. Also, I'm gonna leave some links down below to like all these videos. Like, I know I mentioned like how campus is beautiful and stuff, and I know I've definitely shown that in some of my vlogs. If you want to go check that out, I will leave the links all down below. The final point that I'm getting to is that there's a church within walking distance of the campus, I mean, I think there's a bunch of churches around here actually, so it doesn't really matter what religion you are, there's gonna be a place for you here. There's even on campus Beck Chapel, which is actually non-denominational. So inside, like, there's not a cross, there's not any sort of affiliation symbol like that. So it's just a place to go and sit and worship whatever you feel like, whether that's Christianity, Muslim. I believe there's both a Quran and a Bible in Beck Chapel, which is pretty cool. Or you can just go there and meditate if you're a Buddhist. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool that anyone is welcome in that space. And I'm all about equality and diversity, so it's great. Well, that's all I had for you today. I have covered everything that I put down on that paper. If you have any questions for me, don't be afraid to ask in the comments. All the links to everything will be in the description. Feel free to research on your own and look stuff up if you're thinking about coming to IU, or if you want to know more about it, or like what languages are offered, or other things that I said. So yeah. Well, bye!